world, it's Keely and I'm back for another video. I thought we would just do like a really simple kind of day in the life type of video just to show you like how my day goes when I am working. Today is a Tuesday. I woke up at 7. That's typically about when I get up. And because it's Tuesday, I work at 8 instead of 9. So it is about 8 o'clock right now and I am just signing into work. I'm coming back after a long vacation. It ended up being 11 days off, which was amazing because it ended right as a 3-day weekend started, which means I have a lot of emails to get caught up on. I just signed into work and I have 153 emails. So what I would do, this is what I do every morning when I sign into work because I'm a remote worker. I go downstairs and the first thing that I do is I slowly peel myself out of my bed because I am not a morning person at all. And I do like my regular morning routine and then I have breakfast at my desk. Behind me, that's my personal computer. I normally watch YouTube videos or play some Dead by Daylight, something to just like kind of get my brain going while I'm eating breakfast. And then whenever it's time for me to sign into work, I go down a couple minutes beforehand. I go downstairs and I make myself a coffee, which is what I did today. Today I'm using my spooky Mickey mug and this is a really fancy hot chocolate mix that, well, I call it fancy because of how expensive it was, that I got from World Market for Christmas. It was like over $10, I want to say, something ridiculous. It's the brand, is it Whittered? And it was sticky toffee pudding, white hot chocolate. That's like the flavor. It's fine, but because it was so expensive, I will be drinking it, all of it. So this is just regular milk with the mix, the hot chocolate mix, and then a double shot of espresso. That's one thing I definitely recommend if you want something yummy and warm, but you don't know what flavors you want to put in. If you're like someone that makes espresso and has like syrups and stuff like we do, every once in a while mix it up by throwing in hot chocolate instead. We have like Swiss Miss that I use, or this fancy ridiculous shit. I have like a $5 battery powered milk frother that I never use for that, but it's the perfect thing to mix your hot chocolate powder into your milk, and so I use that to mix it all together, and now I have my coffee. So I'm just going through, oh, you know what, let me look at my calendar for today. Okay, I have nothing on my calendar for today. That's amazing. Just take some time to get caught up. So I'm just going through my emails, deleting any that I don't need, accepting invites to meetings, and then I'll worry about what they actually are later. And okay, I see some email threads. That is a project I was working on. Ooh, okay. Because I work remotely, when we work on projects together, we often tag each other so that we get an email or a message that says like, hey, this person has a question for you, or this person made a change and they want to make sure that you are aware of it. And that's pretty much what I will go through and see like what document they're referencing, and then I'll delete it. And then when I check in with that person, whenever that happens, I will make sure that I know like what the changes are and all of that. Make sure my Teams status is back to online. Holy crap, Teams is blowing up on me. Back to messages saying have fun on your trip. And then I get tagged in a bunch of stuff. Okay, so now here's what I do. First, my office is kind of a nightmare. I have books everywhere. This is my MacBook. My husband got me this amazing Gudetama laptop sleeve from Bagu for Christmas a couple years ago, and I'm obsessed with it. And so that's what I use to keep my MacBook safe. I have no idea what kind of MacBook this is. My husband picked it out for me a couple years ago, and then I spent forever paying it off, and now it's mine, and it has been for a couple years, like fully paid off, and I will use it until it dies. My husband is someone that he will like, if there's a new version of something, he kind of wants the new, better version, and I'm like, that shit's paid off. It's mine. I'm getting buried with that. That's why my iPhone that I film with is, I don't know what kind it is. It's a couple years old at this point. I think I'm maybe 5 years old. And then I have my laptop so typically I have like, here is my big monitor that work sent me. This is my laptop on a stand that they sent me. And then I will typically have my personal laptop over here, and that's where I can like text my husband easier than being on my phone. Or I'll have like music playing or YouTube or something. For work, I just use like whatever notebook I find that I think is cute. And the notebook I'm using right now just says notebook. And then I just put a bunch of like Lisa Frank stickers all over it. And this one, the way that I do like to-do lists and stuff for work is, since it's a new week, I'll flip to a new page, but I'll just put the date at the top and then make a list of like the things that I have to do. And as I do them, I check them off. If it's something where like, you know, I spend an hour on this task, I'll put the time, like I spend an hour on that. And the reason that I do that, one, is so I can keep track of where I'm at with a lot of stuff because I work on a lot of projects. And two, it helps with timesheets at the end of the week. When you are on a project like I am, I can't really tell you anything about it, but when you're on a project like I am, where you are allotted, like the project itself is allotted certain amounts of money for certain tasks, you have to make sure that you're very clear about like, I spent an hour this week on this task, so therefore I have to use this charge code. And if you've never used charge codes, I'm happy for you because they're a lot to deal with if you're not 100% charging your time to one charge code, which I am not. I am on a lot of charge codes. As I'm going through, I have these little like skeleton pens left over from Halloween. So I will just put today's date, and then I will make a category, and then which one is this? Going through and just making sure. I am someone that I have to have inbox 0, and I don't like having alerts on anything. I was talking to my husband about this, and we were on vacation. We were out and around a lot of people, and people are on their phones all the time. And the amount of people that when they are like swiping on their phone to get to the app that they want, that have little red, like, you have this many alerts for this app. Oh my God, I was freaking out. I was like, what do you mean? Like, you're either the person that has inbox 0 or you're the person that has 1,000 plus emails in your inbox at any given time. And there's no in between. It seems like there is in between, but there's no in between really. I am an inbox 0. I can't stand having alerts on anything. So when I go through Teams, if there's like channels, chats, meeting chats, anything, I don't care what it is. I need to check. I need to just click on it to get that alert to go away. So I was just doing that. Now let's go back to my emails. And this is not terribly exciting, but for the next probably 10 minutes, I'm just going to be going through emails. It has now been a few hours. I got a bunch of work done. I got a bunch of reading done, and I am still just slowly hacking away at this one project that I was working on before I went on vacation. And part of it involves like troubleshooting stuff that I've never had to troubleshoot before. So I'm just like trying to figure out what is getting flagged as weird. And I don't understand why I'm getting these errors in this thing that I'm getting. Okay, I just fixed it. I don't know what changed from when I did it this time versus when I did it 10 minutes ago, but it randomly decided to fix itself. I am trying desperately to distract myself today because my blood test results are posted in my medical portal, but my doctor hasn't reviewed them and commented yet. So I can see the results, but I'm not a doctor. So I can see that numbers have changed from the last time that I got blood work done when we weren't looking for PCOS. And so now that they've changed, does that indicate anything? Is there, like, I need my doctor to actually read the results and message me about what it means. And I was talking to my husband, I was like, it is very, very rude for a doctor to write on your chart that you present as anxious when talking about a specific issue, then you get blood work for that issue and you don't hear from your doctor. Now, I'm being incredibly impatient. It is 12:49 and I got my blood work done at 11:30 yesterday. So it's been just over 24 hours. I know it takes longer than that for her to make her way through all of the results that she's looking at for all of her patients. I know that, but I don't care about anyone else. I only want my own results. I'm just gonna keep working on this document that I'm working on. And I finished reading all of chapter 3 of Pedagogy of the Oppressed. I'm up to page 124 of 180. Ooh, it's much longer than that. Yeah, 183, I think. So I am getting pretty close to the end. I'm in the final chapter. I'm going to just continue to read this. I think I might put this down though and pick up a different book. I might pick up The Bluest Eye and get some more read of that on a break, but I'm not sure. I am probably going to go get a snack soon, get a liquid IV for my water, and just continue working on this. I've got 3 hours left of work. Then my husband is taking the car to get the oil changed, and then he's picking up groceries because we got back from vacation and I've just been eating stuff that's in the freezer, which is good. That's what it's there for, it's to eat. But we want some fresh produce and such. So we ordered groceries. He has to go pick them up. And then just hanging out for the rest of the night. He has been watching all of the seasons of Fargo again, including, he like started and watched the final 2 seasons that he hadn't seen, and then went back and rewatched season 1 with Martin Freeman. And I was downstairs reading and crafting a couple days when he was watching, and I ended up getting really drawn in to the horrific characters in that show. And so last night I made him pinky promise me that he wouldn't watch the finale of season 1 without me. So tonight hopefully we'll watch the season finale of Fargo. And yeah, I'm very excited about that. I want to know what's going to happen with Billy Bob Thornton as like the literal devil and Martin Freeman as just like a horrific character. It's so weird seeing Bilbo play such a horrific character, but it's a lot of fun. All right, I'm just gonna get some more work done. It's basically just the same view every time. Like, I don't know, I'm not gonna keep inserting clips of me sitting here clicking and typing, but that's basically what my day is like when I'm working. All right, it is now about 4 o'clock. I am wrapping up work for the day. My husband should be on his way home soon with groceries after getting the oil changed in the car. I took a break earlier and started a vlog. This is an idea that I had in my head earlier today, and I decided to do it. And that vlog is going to be part 1 of a series where I'm going to try to finish like entire shelves of books in my office where I keep all of my books. And I'm cheating. Not cheating because I'm doing it however I want to do it, but the first shelf that I'm tackling only has 2 books unread on it, and one of them I'm already reading and the other one is not that long. So I picked up that one and decided to start another book today because why not? And that's kind of it for how my day has gone and will continue to go. I still haven't gotten the update from my doctor on my test results, and it's driving me crazy I really want to know. And otherwise, this is just what my day is like basically every day. I wake up at 7, I either start work at 8 or I start work at 9, and then I'm at my computer, at my desk off and on all day long getting work done. Some days are really busy, some days are not so busy. And then around 3, 4-ish in the afternoon, my husband comes home. I finish up work. We eat dinner together. Sometimes we go to the gym together. I might go to the library, which I do actually have to do because I have to return 2 books that I couldn't renew. And then it just starts all over the next day until the weekend. So this was just a very simple, this is what a day in the life of a remote worker can look like. It's not terribly exciting, especially right now when it's still too cold to go outside and read. Typically that is something from spring through fall that I do, is I take at least one break throughout the day to go outside and just get some reading done and like sit in the fresh air. It's driving me a little bit nuts that I haven't been able to do that because it's been so cold and the snow has just been wild this year in Pennsylvania. It hasn't been this bad in a long time. That's kind of it. I don't know that this was terribly exciting, but I just figured it would give me an idea for another video to film, and I did it. So that's it for this video. I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.